fancy seeing you here. How are you doing, guys? Been a while, hasn't it? I bet literally nobody is watching this. Just talking to myself, like I spend most of my day doing. So what have I been up to? Biggest thing for me lately is dopamine fasting. I've been getting really demoralized with Instagram, and I guess just social media in general. And I decided, in light of some personal link going all the way back to that personal situation that I've spoke about for months, in light of some further developments on that, I just thought it was time to take a bit of a break from Instagram and reset my dopamine receptors. Because if you look up a guy named Andrew Huberman, yeah, I mean, we've known about this for a long time, but he's done research. He sort of explains about how these websites and, oh my god, I've got an accent. These websites and Instagram in particular is really not good for our dopamine response. Keep getting these constant hits of dopamine without having to work for them. It's just not good for our brains. They're not designed like that. With dopamine, you need to work for it first. And by the way, I've only got my top off because it is absolutely baking in the UK at the moment. We're due for a 31 degree temperature in a couple of days' time, which is the day I'm going to be going to something called the Golden Retriever Experience, and basically just getting ambushed by about 30 golden retrievers at the same time. Me and my mum are doing it, and I can't wait. It's going to be so good. It's going to be just what I need. Something just absolutely wholesome and pure, and just pure love and happiness for a couple of hours. So yeah, it's really warm. Love it. I love it. I just feel completely liberated. I just went for a 10-kilometer run with my t-shirt off, and I think that's the first time in my life, in my 33 years of life, that I've ever done that. And it felt great. I felt so free and loose and comfortable in my own skin. And I know it shouldn't matter what you look like, but it does. You know, maybe there are people that have evolved and to them it doesn't, but to me it does, because it's a representation of what I feel like, of what I do with my body, how disciplined I am. You know, and I like looking like somebody that takes care of their body. It just feels more aligned with me as a person, but I'm not saying that that means anybody else is less of a person. We all need to do what's right for us, and I just know this is what's right for me. But that's not to say that I feel great about myself still. Like, I'm still really struggling at times to find myself and to believe in myself and to think I'm capable of doing things. But this has got me a step closer for sure. So, sorry to go off on a bit of a tangent. Dopamine. So yeah, I mean, I think we're approaching a week now where I've basically not looked on Instagram at all. I've had one or two little indulgences of about 5 minutes at a time, and I haven't really missed it. And you know, I'm no longer seeing what people that live on the other side of the world that I've never met are doing with their lives. You know, the people that I look at on Instagram are really the people that I want to be able to talk to in real life and see what they're doing with their day, what they're doing with their life. And if I can't do that for whatever reason, then I probably shouldn't be looking in the first place. Because there is research about how social media in itself is not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're interacting with people, but if you're just watching, if you're just an observer and you're looking on to what people are doing and you're not actually talking to them for whatever reason, that's not good for your mental health. That's not good for anyone. So, you know, there should be an emphasis put back on real connections. real friendships, direct back and forth contact, not just something that you put out on a pedestal for everybody, whether you know them or not, to look at. And that's what I'm trying to that's what I'm trying to build on, because I mean, I've got friends, I do see them, I'm so grateful for that. I'm going to Glastonbury with 2 good friends next week. I can say I've made a new friend recently, just a really kind soul that is helping me. You know, I'm really glad to have met her, and I absolutely want to return the favour and help her. But yeah, those real friendships, those actual connections, you know. A tree doesn't grow if it doesn't, like, if its roots don't expand and, you know, expand into the soil. If it just like stays tightly wound, then it ain't gonna grow. Not sure this is the best metaphor, but I think you get what I mean. And also, you know, I'm making friends at CrossFit. I've been doing CrossFit. I did the Learn to Lift course, pushed myself out of my comfort zone to that. I'm still not sure I can actually do the lifts, but I did the course. I showed up and I brought an enthusiasm, and I'm keen, and that's surely all you can ask for as a coach, or anyone. Somebody that wants to be there and that is encouraging to other people and that is trying their best. But yeah, I feel like sometimes I just feel like I need to relearn how to socialise as well, because it's just, I'm sure there's just something wrong with my brain, that I'm meeting these new people, James, Mike, Helena, and talking to them, but inside I'm thinking, God, I'm so pathetic. I'm such a worthless fucking human being. Why are you talking to me? You're gonna find me out and realise that there's just nothing about me. And it's just like, wow, Liam. I'm so glad I recognise it now, and I shut it down, because that is not me. That is not healthy. I don't know what that is, but that's not me anymore. No way. Goodbye, inner critic. Hello, inner coach. So yeah, I recognise it, but I shut it down and say, do you know what, Liam? Doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter what you do for a living, and for some reason you think you just do fuck all, which you know you work hard, you know you've done well. So like, it's almost like a weird kind of split personality or something. It's scary to say that out loud. I don't think it's true. Because I feel like if people like that, you know, they can't function as a human being. But it does make me wonder where I got this absolutely horrendous inner critic, inner voice from. Have I got big nipples? Is this a bit much to show? Sorry if this is putting anyone off. Maybe I should cover up a little bit, preserve my modesty, you know? Maybe I just show off my man boobs. And I love that I can joke about that now. Like, I used to actually have man boobs, but now I know these, alright, people might call them man boobs still, but they're pectoral muscles. You know, well, there might be a tiny little bit of layer of fat on there still, but there's not much. There's certainly a lot less than there used to be. And feels good, man. Feels good. Just like it did to know I might be going through a spiritual awakening, and I think that's part of it. Because whether it's shallow or not, accepting my physical appearance gets me a step closer to accepting me as a person, as an entity. And moving on from my past, my regrets. I'll tell you what, like that. There you go, that's better. And then the steering wheel covers up the other one. Accepting that there's still a lot ahead. So what you guys, what's your news? What are you up to? Got nice weather in Australia? I bet you have. It's always nice in Australia, isn't it? Maybe I'll bloody move to Australia. Because I never used to like the sun. And I guess, hello little guy, get back under there. It's not time for you yet. Oh, for fuck's sake. I never used to like the sun, but I really do like it now. I love it, absolutely love it. It feels so healing, you know. I can strip down to my Y fronts, although I've got shorts on, and yeah, enjoy it, enjoy those rays, get a nice tan. What else can I talk about? I'm in the middle of an, oh for fuck's sake, in the middle of another 40-hour fast. I'm gonna do it once a week, why not? But I've noticed it gives me absolute free rein to eat what I want and however much I want on the other 6 days a week. I'm not kidding, guys. I go to town. I don't hold back at all. You know, Sunday night I had 4 burgers at a barbecue, a bit of salmon, some salad, and then I had 2 Peace Pop Ben & Jerry's ice creams, and then 2 Buttons lollies, and then 2 4-bar Kit Kats. Oh, I've got to remember where I'm going. And then some fruit, and yeah, I just don't stop. And it feels great to know that, all right, I suffered, I struggled, I went without a little bit on 1 day a week, and it was for this, you know, that this works for me. I like it this way round. I've seemed to be very much an all or nothing personality. I'm not very good at moderation. So when I eat a lot. When I don't eat anything. And you know, when I run 10k. But when I find that a lot easier than just running like a couple of miles. So yeah, right, I'm almost at my haircut appointment. So next time you see me, there'll be a little bit less going on here. And I'll catch up with you soon. But yeah, I'm still alive. Still got the same struggles, but I'm still putting one foot in front of the other, as always, and I hope you guys are as well. And I hope to get a little comment from you in the comments. So I'll talk to you soon. Peace and love.